So can you talk about your leadership style?
Okay, sure. I would say that my leadership style is a blend of practical experience along with a considerable amount of formal leadership training. That formal leadership training started with my U.S. Army officer training, which in my opinion is the best leadership training in the world. It has to be or people die. So I have 5 core beliefs about leadership. The first is about setting a vision for the department or the team or the business. To me, the vision is the team's brand. It's letting everybody know what we're all about, what value we deliver, how do we do things, what our priorities are, what people can expect from us, whether it's customers, external business partners, or just each other. My second core belief is lead by example. So, yeah, it is a total cliche, but modeling the behavior and the values you want is exactly how you get that behavior and those values. So if you're going to dig a foxhole, then dig it deep enough to be effective. It's about setting the standard. So, my third core belief is I think a good leader has to remove roadblocks and gives his team the resources and the authority to do their jobs. I don't micromanage unless the person is very new or very inexperienced. You give them opportunities to succeed or fail, to learn and to support them either way. That's my duty to them, and that's my duty to the company. You have to be willing and able to go to bat for your team. That's how progress is made, and that's how goals get reached. My fourth core belief is that leaders must embrace the training and development of their people, both as individuals and as a team. So in practice, I create individual development plans for my teams with goals and due dates. I also spend one-on-one time and team meeting time sharing things that I've learned. In the past, I've implemented a very serious amount of cross-training. I'm a big believer in that. My fifth core belief is about accessibility and communication. I think it's important that leaders are accessible to their people. I make it a point to be available for those quick hallway conversations or the quick Skype call. I take pride in my listening skills. It's more important to me than my ability to speak or write. Listening is something that I focus on. And you'll know that I'm listening and trying to understand because I'll often repeat back in my own words uh, what I'm hearing. So listening is something I've worked on throughout my adult life, and because it is that important. You can't lead if you don't hear what people are trying to tell you. Um, and then lastly, I'll say I am always, or I always make sure that I am responsive in a timely manner and that my communication is clear and unambiguous. Uh, I always try to consider who I'm speaking to. It's different when you're talking to a person who's in their first week on the job as compared to somebody who's a 3-year veteran of the company with lots of experience. So one of the things that I've learned in the Army's instructor trainer course is to always check for understanding. Did you really get your message across? Did you really answer the questions? I always keep in mind a famous quote by George Bernard Shaw. He said, the single biggest problem in communication is the illusion that it has taken place. So I think communication ability is super important for any leader.